Hi, it's Anitra. I was sitting here thinking, do I have anything to say? And I realized that there's always something to say, that's one. Um, but let's see, I have an appointment tomorrow with Dr. Campbell, my oncologist, and I'm not sure really what we're going to talk about. I mean, one thing we'll probably talk about is that I've had a hard time getting the referral that I've wanted for UCSF. Um, they don't like my insurance because my insurance doesn't pay. So the person that I've been talking to there is really great. She just said, let's figure out what we need to do to make it so you can be seen by Dr. Alvarado. Dr. Alvarado is a oncology surgeon that I want to go to at UCSF. So basically, we just need to know how to say, um, well, I don't need to know this, but the oncologist office needs to word it in a way that lets them know why I want to go there because I live 3 hours away. So it's been a process. I mean, first I had to get all the records to them, and now they still need to get all my images, and I have images in 4 different locations. So before they'll even schedule me, but the person I talked to, who is rooting for me and going to bat for making sure it's languaged in the right way, said that she'll be able to get me in within a week or two as soon as possible. So I feel good about that. I'm really eager to make that happen because I really just am feeling like I've got my routines down. I'm juicing, I'm doing the enemas, even though I'm not consistent with the enemas. I'm consistent with the juices. I'm exercising, I'm taking all my supplements, I'm going on the biomat, I'm doing all the things that feel important to me to stay healthy, to be healthy, and to make sure my immune system is as strong as it can be. And now I have the other piece of it, which is dealing with the tumor and dealing with the cancer that exists now. But I'm feeling pretty ready to have the surgery and heal, which I think takes something like 6 weeks, and kind of get back on with things. I've been not working, so I could give myself this space and time to heal, and it's been great. And it really it's really takes a lot each day, even though I have a lot of time on my hands in a way that I never have, or I haven't in any memory that I can come up with, and the recent past. Um, but I really like to contribute myself. I like to give my energy towards something good. I like being a part of systems. I like making systems better and being part of organizations and bringing whatever wisdom and experience I have into whatever job place I've been a part of. So all that to say, I miss working and I want to be working, and I don't know what that looks like now, and I purposely have been not allowing myself in a way to go there because it's easy for me to fill space with all the things I could be doing, should be doing, want to be doing. And I'm trying to really honor myself and give myself the space to do nothing, the space to look out the window and see the trees and sky and clouds, and just take advantage of having this time, because I feel incredibly blessed. I know many people, probably most people, don't get the luxury of taking a set amount of time off from working and from financial obligations so that they can get better and focus on healing. I mean, that is a rare fortune, and I feel extremely grateful to be able to do that. So I want to take advantage of it. I've had to catch myself a few times wanting to fill up my calendar with things. Like right now, I really want to take a landmark seminar, and it's kind of just gnawing at me. I mean, luckily I missed the most recent one. I actually called them today, and they're like, yeah, we just started a seminar last week. So it's great because that means I can't sign up for one until at least I think May. So that's my timing for when I want to hopefully be all the way healed from surgery and be just resuming life as normal with my regular responsibilities. Although I still have what I have. I mean, being a human comes with responsibilities and having a child. So it's not that my days go without me doing anything completely, but it's markedly different from what my life was like before I got a cancer diagnosis, and I was just scheduled out all day, every day. So there's that, and that's great. Let's see. I'm meeting with my doctor tomorrow, and that's Thursday, and then next week I have another ultrasound, and this is kind of the big one for me because I'll be able to compare the last one with this one, and then I'll know if these high dose Herceptin are doing anything for me. It's still, I have to talk to him tomorrow and talk this out loud and think this out loud, because I don't know what difference it makes in terms of getting surgery. I don't really think it does. I mean, I'm still debating a lumpectomy and radiation versus a mastectomy and prosthesis. I don't think I'll get the reconstruction. And I just, I guess I need to talk that out and probably speak to Dr. Alvarado, the surgeon, so I kind of know a little bit better what I'm even trying to consider, what the options are. But it does still feel important. I mean, I want to know that Herceptin is enough, because a lot of women do a lot more things than just one drug, and the fact that I'm doing one drug, it's rare. It's rare to do it that way, but I definitely can feel inside still like my breast is pretty much back to normal. It might be, I think it's 95% back to the way it was before it was all misshapen and like overgrown, and the nipple retracted, and all the stuff that happened from the time just before the biopsy and just after the biopsy. So, but I do still feel, I can feel in the lymph node for sure. I mean, that has not stopped. It hasn't gotten worse, that's for sure. So I know that will be part of the surgery that I'll get, will be the lymph node removal as well. And then I don't really know. One thing I am going to ask is, I don't know if there is lymph node involvement on the other side, which 2 doctors have told me how incredibly rare that is, and every time they say that, I of course like hearing that, but I still wonder if that's possible. Like, I don't know if I have a mastectomy on the left side, I doubt they test the lymph nodes on the right side, but that's one thing I need to get some clarity about tomorrow when I talk to Dr. Campbell. What did I want to say? Oh yeah, I've been juicing every day, and my gosh, I have never been such a juicer. I mean, I like juice, but gosh, I'm putting everything in there. I'm putting tons of carrots, which I was avoiding carrots before because of the sugar content, but in further research I've been doing, carrots actually just have so much good stuff in them. Same with beets, although I'm kind of limiting the beets. I'm not putting a lot of beets in, but I'm making sure that I rotate. I'm also rotating what I put in there. I'm putting some random stuff like escarole and bok choy and green pepper, things that I wouldn't necessarily eat with any regularity, but I want to make sure I'm getting the nutrients. I'm doing stuff like that. I also started putting in raw cannabis leaves, and I've been doing more research on that so that I could get the benefits of juicing raw cannabis. So I just started doing that. There's no psychoactive effect whatsoever when juicing them raw. And now there's a lot of theories and schools of thought out there on how to do it. Baby plants, big leaves, it just kind of goes on. But for now, at least, I'm getting it in my system, and I'm probably going to maybe get another juicer so that I could also put some wheatgrass in there. I've been using my partner's juicer, which is awesome. But I want one of them. What are they? It's like a dual agitator or something, dual auger, I think it's called. And that makes it so that you can extract more, even more than you can with the standard whatever it is turning thing in there. There's like 2 different phases that it goes through. So that's something I'll probably get, because gosh, if I'm spending all this money on, that's my biggest expense right now. I mean, the supplements are pretty high, but I've narrowed them down to the ones that are the most important. Either they scored high on my RGCC test, which some of you won't know what that is, but some of you will, 30% or higher, or they were recommended to me by the Carson City doctor, Dr. Schallenberger. So I just have narrowed them down. I'm not taking everything under the sun, although I am going to add back in turkey tail. So anyway, the supplements are pretty expensive, but actually juicing is really the thing that I'm spending the most on right now. So I want to get the most bang for my buck, obviously. So having a really high quality juicer helps with that. So I may do that. I'm still really tired. It's amazing how tired I can be. I'm sure I'm sleeping 8 hours a night, maybe even sometimes close to 9. Not uninterrupted, because I take a really high dose of melatonin. When I started taking melatonin a year or two ago, I was literally cutting in half 1 milligram tablets, because I read that taking too much of it you can get dependent, and we actually don't need that much, and I was finding it really useful for falling asleep. So I would take half a milligram and I would have these crazy, vivid, wacky dreams. And then it turned out that melatonin, for some people use high dose melatonin for cancer treatment. So I'm taking 180 milligrams of melatonin. I actually was afraid to take it at first. I mean, I was having these wild, crazy dreams on half a milligram, and sometimes I would even take 1, or I would take 5 milligrams. And so I thought, like, what is 180 milligrams going to do to me? Oh my God, it's going to be it's going to be crazy. So I kind of eased myself into that. But now, most of the time, I don't have the wild, crazy dreams, but sometimes I do. A couple of nights ago, I was completely in another realm. But it's hard. You can't even buy. They're 60 milligram tablets each, and I have to get them from a specific place. Why did I start saying that? Oh, because that helps me fall asleep. But that doesn't help me stay asleep. And I hear that there are some melatonin that have some sort of like slow release that help you stay asleep. So I'm getting plenty of sleep, and I know that's not the source of why I'm feeling so tired. Part of it, I think, has to do with some of the cannabis oil that I started taking again. I stopped taking it because the RGCC test said that it was ineffective, and I didn't want to waste my time. But then I started thinking about it more and looking into it, and I thought, am I solely going to rely on one test that says it's ineffective? I mean, how did they test it? There's just too many questions involved for me to dismiss that entirely. So I started taking cannabis oil again, and then now I'm juicing the cannabis leaves, which is going to be energizing more than making me tired. But the thing with Herceptin, the number one side effect is fatigue. So I find myself just kind of dragging myself sometimes through the day. Sometimes I get these little bursts of energy and feel really juiced, but for the most part I'm pretty tired. And then I'm also not drinking coffee and stuff. I just have green tea. I have coffee maybe once every few weeks or something like that, just because I like the taste of it and I like the way it feels, but it actually doesn't feel good. After I drink it, I think, it doesn't feel like a good choice for me. It actually feels like it plugs my ears up in some strange way. So anyway, yeah, that's what's up. Gosh, it's easy to feel 13 minutes up. My goodness. Yep, doctor's appointment, ultrasound. I'm sure I'll make a video soon enough. So yay, thanks for being with me. Have a good one. Oh, and happy Valentine's Day. Hope you have a great day.